something I found interesting in A Midsummer's Night Dream were the fairies. The fact that they were able to have complete control over the humans and their emotions. Oberon and his sidekick, Robin Goodfellow, were able to completely change how they feel. Like in the beginning, Lysander and Demetrius both love Hermia so much, and then thanks to their little love potion by the fairies, they're both desperately in love with Helena. So it was interesting. Number two, 3 points of conflict. Number one, tradition versus innovation. So Hermia wants to marry Lysander because she loves him, and that's not okay with Theseus because of tradition he wants her to marry Demetrius, and he's not okay with her marrying out of love, innovation, and he says that if she refuses to marry Demetrius, she'll be sent to a convent or even worse, be decapitated. So, two, Lysander versus Demetrius, obvious conflict. They're both in love with Hermia, and then they're both in love with Helena, and they even argue over who's in love with Helena more. Until Puck manipulates them out of doing that. And then fairies versus humans. So the fairies can actually control the humans without the humans knowing, which was very interesting. Bottom's head was turned into a donkey. He became the apple of Titania's eye. The four lovers were messed with a lot. The fairies almost used the humans as dolls, there for their own amusement. Oberon and Titiana literally argue over the little Indian prince, their changeling, as if he was their own property. So that was interesting. The play within the play, there were a lot of similarities and parallels between the storylines of the play within the play and the real play. First, they both had kind of tragic storylines, like the lovers who could not be together, but were both comedies because of the farcical like tone and the comedic like actors and all that stuff. And then also another similarity I thought was interesting was Thisbe mistakes Pyramus for being killed by a lion in the dark, and Puck or Robin Goodfellow mistakes Lysander for Demetrius and gives the wrong guy the potion, which was a problem. So, and then gender role, number 4. Helena straight up says in Act 2, I think, we cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed and we're not made to woo, which was incredibly sexist, I thought. And then Lysander and Demetrius are acting mad the entire thing because of the potion that they were given. But Hermia and Helena were pretty mad too. They were being depicted as mad, and there really was no reason for that. And I thought that was interesting that Shakespeare didn't really have a reason for that. I thought it was a little bit sexist. And then with the fairies as well, Titania and Oberon were in a huge fight the entire time. The king and the queen of the fairies over this little changeling, the little Indian prince that Titania does not want to give to Oberon. So Oberon seeks revenge and makes Titania fall in love with Bottom, like the most grotesque of the mortals or whatever. And when she wakes up and realizes what, like, she was in love with him, she goes back to Oberon and is calling him her lord and all of that. So I think that was a lot of similarities between the fairies and the humans with considering gender roles. And I think Shakespeare might have been a little bit sexist. I think it might have been the time, but you know, you never know. So yeah, I thought it was very interesting and I really enjoyed reading it.